So Diane, you've had a home business for 11 years around 2 kids. How in the world did you do it? It's so complicated. I don't have any time. I can't get it done. It's your thought process that's keeping you from going where you want to go. When I started, my kids were 3 and 6. They're now big. They're a freshman and a senior in high school. And I'm enjoying every last minute with my older daughter, because before this time next year she'll be off at college. She'll be gone. But this is how I did it, guys. I just worked everything into the day. Back when I was starting out and I was working on a very, very tight budget, I always had flyers with me, flyers and pull tabs and things that I could hang up and stick around town. So when I went shopping, to the grocery store, wherever I went with the kids, wherever I was going, I was always hanging up flyers, sticking up stuff, leaving drop cards everywhere I went. I was able to work when they took a nap. I was able to respond to prospects and inquiries when they took a nap. As they got older, I had to start to teach them that when Mama was on the phone, that they couldn't barge in and start screaming and yelling. And we actually have a series of hand signals that we use to this day. It's really kind of funny because they come in and I'm doing this stuff. They learned how to write a note and ask me for what they needed. They learned, now guys, this is when I'm talking to a newer prospect or when I'm on a conference call. If I'm on the phone, there's a signal to let them know that it's okay. If I'm on the phone with Kristen Darkenwall, Jillian knows it's okay to say hi to Kristen. You know, if I'm on the phone with, Kathy Heath, it's okay to go, hey, Kathy, what's going on? But they had to learn how to respect the boundary that Mom was working. And it took a lot of talking, because they needed to understand that most moms were leaving the house in the morning, dropping them off, and then most moms were picking their kids up from aftercare at 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. And most kids didn't have their mom baking cookies in the afternoon when they came home, and most kids didn't have dinner made every night. So they had to understand the trade-off of, in the evening, Mom would be in her office working, or that occasionally Mom would have to travel about once a month or so. I had to travel on a weekend. And they would complain a bit in the beginning, but then we'd always have that talk about, would you rather have Mom get a job, or would you rather Mommy be able to do this with you? And they always said, yeah, we'd rather have this. I always incorporated the kids into the business. They stuffed envelopes, they stamped things. Back when I was doing a lot of mailing of booklets and all those types of things. Even now, they know how to edit videos. They know how to shoot video with me, although I'm using a tripod today. They, they do things on the internet for me. They'll do social bookmarking, all kinds of stuff. Yes, that's how I get high on Google. I cheat with my children. So they've always been involved in the business. Have a seminar coming up, and the girls will be helping with the seminar. They've helped with the planning of the seminar. They'll help with registration. So it's very much a family affair. And it's really, again, a mindset process. Right now it's a Sunday afternoon. They're both actually in the house studying. I ran outside to do some videos, and it's about time for me to go inside and cook dinner for the family. I work around them, through them. In today's day and age, if you have a ZI-8 or a flip cam, you throw it in your purse. Even a regular digital camera, most of them have a video mode and an audio mode that you can record. You can be creating content while you're waiting at the bus stop. You can be creating content when you're, in between appointments. You can, used to be the fad, everybody used to make videos in the supermarket or in Walmart or Sears. That was the old gold mine days when everybody did videos. Then there was the fad where everybody did videos in their car. I don't know, now I'm in my backyard, maybe we'll start a new fad. But you really can be creating content. If you keep a notebook with all the things that you want to help people out with, you really can be creating content anytime, in between and around the kids. And then uploading videos can be done while they're sleeping or done early in the morning, takes a couple of minutes. So none of this is terribly taxing. In fact, compared to what I used to have to do with going out and putting out the flyers, I go out late at night when they were sleeping. Now it's so easy with social media. So it's really a matter of I wouldn't even say planning, because I'm not a very organized person. I'm not a big planner. It's just fitting it in. My whole thought process is, I got to get more information in front of more people. What can I do this week to get more information in front of more people? How can I get more information in front of more people? Did I mention I'm always looking to get more information in front of more people? And if you ask your brain every day, how do I get more information in front of more people? The answers will come to you. And then you find 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. You know, I remember my good buddy Wes Hazlitt, who's just an amazing man, and I love him and adore him. Wes, I love you. For Wes, it wasn't a kid issue when we first started working together. It was a work issue. He had a full-time job. It's the same issue. I have a full-time job. How can I do this? I have little kids. How can I do this? And I used to bark at Wes and go, Wes, you know, go get a digital recorder. He has an incredible voice. Go get a digital recorder, and on your lunch break, go sit in your car and record 3 clips that you can turn into a video. And he resisted me. Because he was too busy telling me that he couldn't. He was too busy. Couldn't. He was tired. He this and that. And Wes really was tired, guys. Wes grew up with polio, man. The guy is amazing, what he does. So Wes finally one day did it. And he started putting out these videos. And the whole world, and it was just some pictures and his audio in the background. And the whole world started going, this Wes is incredible. Wes has it. Wes, listen to his voice. Listen to what he says. And he named his blog Wes Wisdom, because he truly does have wisdom. He fit it in, and he built a name for himself. What will you do to fit it in instead of stopping, instead of making excuses? I could have made a million excuses, guys. I was fat, I was tired, I was broke, I had no money, I had no time, I didn't feel good, I did that, blah, blah. Do you want to change or don't you? Let me close with this. My daughter Jillian is 17 years old, and she grew up in a home that was full of personal development. There was always a tape on in the background, Jim Rohn, Joe Schroeder, whatever, all these different things. She grew up in a home where she got to go to events and travel. She got to attend the company that I grew up in, their 25th anniversary worldwide extravaganza. She got to see kids from every corner of the world. Guys, they interpret in more languages than the UN, that company. And she got to see people changing and becoming more. And she grew up knowing that she could be anything she wants to be. And she grew up knowing that she didn't have to be in the bondage of society. What's that worth to you, to have your kids know that? Can you find 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there? And can you stop the, I don't have any time, I can't do it drama, and ask your mind, well, how can I? If I don't have time to do this, what do I have time to do? If I don't know how to do this, what do I know how to do? If I am too tired to do this, what can I get done? Is it worth it to you? Your kids are worth it. I promise you they are. And there are many, 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 many women in the home business industry that not only run their businesses successfully, but actually homeschool their children. And they do it magnificently. And it is a choice that we make as mothers about what we want for our kids. Don't neglect it. Don't let the years fly by, because it's one of the most important choices that you can make. I left a great job, a state job, to be home with my children, to the screams of my whole family that were so worried about my security. But I'm more worried about my legacy than my security. And thank God I made the decision I did. 11 years later, the young women that we've brought up, my husband and I, and I'm so proud of them. Make a decision. You can, and you will, if you decide. We'll see you guys later.